Cassidy Paris, and we are back with the Backstage Unplugged podcast. Today we have Hans from Shiraz Lane. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm so excited to chat a little bit about the music. I'm a huge fan of Shiraz Lane, and I've been loving the band for a while now, so I can't wait to chat.
Let's do it. That's why I'm here and happy to be here. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me.
No, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. So, you guys have been doing Shiraz Lane for a while now. Like I said, you guys are one of my favorite bands on Frontiers at the moment. I am absolutely obsessed with the music. You have Come Alive out. I have been playing this on repeat in my car at the moment. Can you tell me a little bit about that song?
This is one of the songs that's from the upcoming album in
Yeah.
Vertigo. And I mean, we started writing this album in different way with me and Yanni and Miki being the songwriters. So we had the opportunity to just hang out as well. Those two guys are my best friends and just hang out and have fun. And that's one of those songs that came out just by thinking that, okay, why not do this? Why not do this? And me being a huge Michael Jackson lover, and harmonies, as you listen to us, you know what I'm talking about.
I love it. Yeah.
I just wanted to try something different, vocal wise. So more falsettos and just writing the composition in a different way. And then taking this song and working it with our friend and producer Per Aldeheim that gave us the minute details that we wanted, and voila! It's
Yeah.
a feel good vibe kind of song with, I think, lots of sex appeal. So that's what we're
Yes,
going for.
yes. Yeah, no, I love it. And I think that this is a bit different exactly to your other stuff as well. I love the track
Hmm.
Dangerous as well. That's another one that I've had on repeat. I just feel like it's so fun, it's so energetic, and it's so new. So it's great for
Yeah.
rock music. I really, really
As,
love it. So congrats on that. That's been a huge success for you guys. What are your influences in terms of obviously going into this new record and just in general, what are your influences? I know you mentioned Michael Jackson just then.
mhm. Well, it differs, of course. We're five guys, and then me and Miki and Yanni, me, the mainly the songwriters. We have our own influences. But I guess when it comes to rock music, there are some similarities. So, what can I say? First of all, Hanna rocks from Finland. Obviously, that's been a huge inspiration, especially for Miki. But then we go to music like Dire Straits. Toto is something that I absolutely love, as do most of the other guys as well. Joel's our metal head, and he likes his metal. I'm more into the melodic stuff and the nice,
Yeah.
chill, groovy stuff. From the drummer's point of view, Anna, he loves Red Hot Chili Peppers, obviously Led Zeppelin, and Metallica. I think those three bands were a combination for him as a young kid when he started finding his own sound. Mm. But then if you think about like modern music, I can't speak for the boys that much, but obviously with my Michael Jackson love being in the background, for me, Bruno Mars, for instance, is a huge
Yeah.
inspiration. Just because he gets to do what he clearly wants, and then combining that, for instance, like the new ballad they did with Lady Gaga, that was beautiful. And I
Yeah.
actually saw Bruno Mars play live as well. That's, I think, 6 years ago, one of the best shows that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I
Which
think he's
is
such a versatile artist, and one thing I learned like very early growing up as well is that you can learn from any artist in any show that you go to, and
hmm
a good song is a good song at the end of the
Oh
day.
yeah. And that's the beauty of music, I think. I'm trying to keep my ears open and understand different bands and different artists and songs, but obviously not everything's for everyone. And
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
like I mentioned, Joe loves his metal. I'm not so keen to listening to that. It makes me anxious. I want to chill sometimes. But yeah, lots of great stuff out there, and well, now and especially back in the day. But let's just say those are mainly the things. Oh, Def Leppard, obviously. That's one of the biggest inspirations for Yanni, especially. And uh, I saw them live, I think it's last year or the year before, and just
Hmm.
incredible, incredible. They're coming to Finland next year, and I'm hoping maybe we get to somehow open up for them. That would be very great.
Yeah, that would be incredible. I
Hmm.
actually probably saw Def Leppard on the same tour if they were doing the
Yeah.
same touring route. I'm assuming that would have been the arrangement, but they were incredible. So I know what you mean in
Hmm.
that way. I'm a huge Def Leppard fan. And you can
Yeah.
hear it in the Shiraz Lane stuff with
Oh
all the
yeah.
harmonies. Like you
Oh
can
yeah.
totally hear it.
For sure. I mean, harmonies. Come on, harmonies are life. That's like the candy that you don't have to feel guilty about. And
Yeah.
most of the time, the more the merrier, because at the end of the day, as we know as songwriters, not all the harmonies are going to be heard there because they're underneath all the instruments. So, I might as well just write 8 piece harmonizations just because I know it's
Yeah.
not going to be there, but you will still sense it.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly. And that's what it's all about. I love that.
Hmm. Yeah.
You guys just came out with a new single. It's called Live a
Hmm.
Little More. I love the
Oh, yeah.
track. Can you
Thank
talk
you.
a little bit about the meaning of this one?
Yeah, sure. Once again, something we started writing with Yanni.
Yeah.
And then as we finished the first version of the first demo, we then showed it forward to Mickey. And we started reworking, rewriting, reworking, rewriting. And as we're thinking about songs that we could have on the album, we thought about the vibe that the song had, because it was completely
Hmm.
different. And we still felt like, okay, there's something we can do with this. And we actually ended up rewriting most of it in the studio during pre-productions with Pat. And it was a beautiful moment because like we just felt it that there's something here, but we just need to take a look at it from a different point of view. And I just
Hmm.
remember this vividly because we were sitting in the studio together, just trying to think about what can we do, what can we do. And at this point, I was actually working in a place that I didn't enjoy that much. And I just felt like being completely honest about what I was doing and feeling. And that's where the verses came out from. And then thinking about the chorus by itself, we wanted to do something different. And like you can definitely hear my love for Nickelback, for instance. And some
Hmm.
people are gonna hate me for saying that, but I don't mind. I'm a proud
Oh, there's no
Nickelback
hating on
fan.
Nickelback for me.
Oh yeah,
I love Nickelback.
I love Nickelback, and I just wanted to do something simple with a strong message, something that would create these clear pictures in your mind. Of course, for everyone it's different, and I just wanted to go especially harmony wise, with something that I could hear myself doing with Chad Kroger. And that ended up being brilliant and something that we haven't done before. And I think that's the whole thing because as an artist, you want to evolve, you want to try out different things, as what we've done throughout our career. I mean, this is our first album now, and I've been doing this with the band for, well, most half of my life. And
Yeah.
part of it is growing up. I'm no longer a teenager. I'm blessed to have seen so many things and witnessed and experienced so many things. And I feel like now we can put all this into perspective in a different way. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's one of those
I
songs.
totally
I mean,
agree.
live a little more. There's so many things that we could benefit from if we just take a moment to just sit down and just enjoy the moment. And also sometimes do those things that we don't want to. Of course, you gotta work. We all gotta work somehow. It's a different job for everyone, but we all gotta work. We gotta pay those bills. These are realities of life. But at the end of the day, it's up to you how you face these challenges, and it's up to you what you do with the spare time that you have. And
And I
live a
think that's
little
a
more.
great reminder
Mm-mm.
for your audience as well, and for the
Yeah,
people that are listening that, you just got to slow down and take it day by day and minute by minute sometimes and enjoy the little things. That's a
yeah, for
really
sure.
important message.
Exactly what we were going for. Exactly what I felt, and I feel like now in this position where I'm now working a different job, where I'm actually happy and where I feel useful and appreciated. I work with kids, so I'm a assistant teacher at the school where I went to as a kid, and I get to work with kids every single day, and I get to give back the love that I received back in the day because I was a special education kid. I had too much
Hmm.
energy, so I went to special class, and I needed some more love from the teachers, and I was blessed that I got it. And I'm so grateful, and now I get to give it back. So that's what I'm
I
doing now,
love
and
that.
it's that combined with Shiraz Lane and vocal coaching, it's just a brilliant combination because I get to experience so much and I find perspective in life in a completely different way because working with kids is like working with grown adults in the rock and roll business as well. It's just a bit different. Some know how
It
to
is.
go
It
party,
is.
some
I agree.
don't. That's
Yeah.
the way it is.
That's a great comparison. I love that so much. And you know what? I think that the rock music scene is a big bunch of kids sometimes, and that's
Hmm.
okay. That's where
Hmm.
everyone just lets loose and
Oh yeah.
enjoys and, lives a little.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And that's the whole thing. I think the beauty of music and the arts in general is that we are able to bring forth our inner child. And that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. I mean, I need to write music. I need to write because it's therapy for me. And then through me, what I put into the tracks, my soul, my heart, that then I push forward to our fans, our old fans, our new fans, people that haven't even heard of us yet. And they will hear a song like Live a Little More, and they will feel that I know them and I'm singing about their life. And then they get some strength to carry on. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that is your whole reason of being a band as well, to try and
Hmm.
make the audience feel that way or feel something.
Feel
And
something.
I
Yeah.
think with Shiraz Lane, and what I really like about you guys is that you're constantly evolving as a band. And you spoke a bit about this before, but
Yeah.
you're just on a different trajectory every single time you go to put out a new album, and that's really interesting as a listener and as a fan myself. Like, I think that that's the best way to be as a band, and you just never know what's going to come next, so that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm very glad to hear that because there's gonna be some surprises on the album. Some instruments we haven't used before and played around with, and just the themes are a bit different, but at the same time, it's all Shiraz Lane.
Yeah.
We decided that we wanted to bring our sound to a more modern era, and
Hmm.
the things that you've heard from the singles so far, that's what you're gonna get, but we without becoming too, too digital and too plastic as the song
Of
Plastic
course.
Heart we
Yeah.
release as well. Uh, yeah, we want to bring something new to the table every single time. And if you compare this album with our previous album, Forgotten Shades of Life, that we mostly recorded live, that had much of a more of a grungier sound even. This time we want to go back to a more polished but natural sound. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's definitely what we were able to do as songwriters, as a band, with the production and with the mix and mastering. I feel we did a great job. And well, the whole thing about it is I love the album, I love the songs, and usually if I love the songs, if we love the songs, they will find the right people. And
Yeah. I
we write
totally
the music
agree.
for ourselves, and through loving it ourselves, then others will love it as well. Some won't. Some will
Yeah,
think the first
exactly.
demo from 2011 is the best, but I mean, then they can listen to that or the first album, do that. But we're just looking forward and going forward.
I think when artists and bands have belief in their music and they really believe in what they're putting out to the audience, I think the audience is bound to love it. Majority of the time, obviously, you can't
Hmm.
cater your music to everyone all the time, and yeah, that's a very interesting topic in itself. But
Oh yeah.
I think that you guys are gonna love the new Shiraz Lane stuff when you hear it, because it's awesome. Like the singles that are coming off this album are fantastic, and all the hooks and the riffs are so cool and energetic, and that's what you want. That's what I want to listen to, at least
Oh yeah.
in the 21st century.
Hmm.
You guys have obviously had the chance and the opportunity to tour in so many fantastic places of the world. What do you think is your favorite place that you've toured in so far?
Um, it must be, if I think about Europe, it's definitely Spain because the Spanish crowds are crazy and very enthusiastic. But mm, I have to go with Brazil. I know it's a cliche, but we did a small tour there. We were lucky that we had one of our fan friends with us because he was the translator. The dude that um, fixed the whole tour couldn't really speak English. We
Hmm.
realized, and then most of the things when it came to the tour planning were a disaster. But somehow we played. I think it was 6 shows, 5 or 6 shows. But during that whole, I think, week-long trip, I slept for 10.5 hours in total because that wasn't really possible to sleep because of all the travel all the time. And, you play a show, you have the adrenaline, as you know. It's hard to calm down. And if you're supposed to go to the motel straight away and then you're supposed to sleep straight away so that you get to sleep for 3 hours, that's just not possible.
It's
Yeah,
not.
but
And
the
sometimes it's
crowds,
worth not sleeping instead and just
oh yeah,
pushing through.
yeah, just gotta push through. But I mean, the crowds there were great, very gracious, very grateful of us that we were there at all. Um, I could just go on, but I'd say Brazil is like the Spanish crowd, but a bit different. But they got the same colored blood, I'd say.
Yeah.
The strangest crowd that I played for, but one of the coolest as well, is was in Japan. We played in Tokyo because we played at this. I don't remember what the festival was called, but it was only Finnish bands. I think it was like a Finnish invasion or something.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was something very metal because they love their Finnish metal. And for
Yeah.
some reason we were there, and that was like 2015. But the crowds, they knew our songs, even though they perhaps most likely didn't speak the language. They knew the lyrics, at least they knew the vowels for our songs, so they could scream along.
Yeah.
But after the show, explosive applause. But then, as we started taking down our stuff, well, not us, it was like 50 awesome Japanese engineers and roadies on stage like that. They started taking down all the stuff, and meanwhile, like 3,000 Japanese people in the crowd sat down, completely silent, with a phone or something in their hand, very respectful to not make any noise. But then when the next band came up, out for them to play, they jumped up and just exploded again. That was strange.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Japanese fans are chaotic and also the most respectful fans
yeah,
I've ever met in my life. They're just a
yeah.
different breed over there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But they, like you said, like, even if they don't know the language, they know your songs. They know everything about your lives as well that you put out on the internet. And it is
Hmm.
wild to me.
It is. It is. It is.
Commitment.
And I think to write a song, what I want to do is, and one could say successful song, but to write a good song, you have to be able to have the emotion there, without the crowd understanding the lyrics, but being
Yeah.
able to sing along with the vowels and with the melody and feeling it in their heart and soul, so they could sing along without knowing a single word, but they could understand and feel what the song is about. I think that's the way you write a great song. And that's actually something we really, really, really pursued with this new album. And I was so excited because as we were very intimately hanging out together with Miki and Yanni every single week,
Yeah.
2 or 3 sessions, I got to explain more and more to them what I mean by some things that I wasn't able to explain before, because now I could actually just sing it to them and show the difference with a vowel and show a difference with a word, what I meant to get the fluidity into the lyrics and into the melody. Because
Hmm.
of course, everyone has their own style of writing songs and their own style of melodies, and you can definitely hear. a melody that's come out from my head. It's got the same kind of vibe. It's usually it's like a combination of happiness and sorrow, like melancholy, which is a
Yeah.
part of the fact that I'm a Finn, I'm sure. So it was so awesome to be able to discuss these things with the guys because to actually
Yeah.
show what I meant, and I'm just amazed by the way the guys grew as songwriters, including myself, of course, as well, because we were working every single week. And then when we were done with these, we of course sent them forward to our drummer and our bass player. Got some comments or didn't get any comments. We just continued. We ended up writing, I think, writing and recording 30 polished, great sounding demos that we from
Hmm.
which we then had to pick the 10 for the album. So that's
Yeah. Yeah. Do you
yeah.
think that you immediately, so did you know the boys prior to being in a band with them?
I knew Anna because Anna's been one of my best friends since I met him at 7 years old. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's a great
so
story.
it's beautiful, and we lost touch at some point as I moved away from where we used to live.
Hmm.
And I just remember that he played the drums. He started playing, I think, when he was 15 or something, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. But I never felt like I had well, I loved music, but in my family, I never had anyone that could show me the direction of, hey, maybe you should sing, maybe you should play some instruments. I am
Right.
the only musician in my whole family tree, except for one exception, who is he's my small cousin. I don't know if that's how you say it in English, but my small cousin, he's a legendary Finnish musician as well, and
Wow.
we are the only two. So I never had anyone that could show me, the ropes. But
Yeah.
I just checked out what Anna was doing. I always loved it, and I actually remember when he had his first band back in the day. It was called Sinner 66. A very Hannah rocks punk rock kind of vibe. And I remember
Yeah.
going to one of their shows that they played when I think he was like, he must have been 15 or something like that. I remember telling him that, dude, you rock, but your singer sucks. And that was like 2 years before I started singing. And
Yeah.
when I started singing, when I sang for the first time, I was given a mic at my school. For some reason, I was a part of the school band. I was a part of this group of guys. Well, I don't actually know how I got to this group of guys, but I was invited to their band. I just told them that sure, I'll join. You'll just have to show me what I play, and I'll play it. And then I realized
Hmm.
that, oh, I can actually do this. This is cool. So, my first song I ever played was Pantera Walk
Nice.
on bass. And I
Yeah.
felt like this is fun. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But then they asked me if I could sing. I told them that I don't know, maybe. And they gave me a mic, and then we played 18 and Live from Drop D
Skid Row.
tuning for some reason. Yes, Skid Row. And Skid Row
Nice.
being also one of my favorite bands from back in the day. That was a dream come true. Just to be able to sing 18 Alive once in my life would have been perfect. But then
Yeah.
actually, when the notes started coming out, I just realized that, okay, this is what I'm gonna do the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And through this, I then told Anna that, hey, I sang in school. Next summer, we started to start the greatest rock and roll band from Finland ever. And that was in 2010. And then in 2011, we played our first show with the first
Wow.
draft of
That's a
Shiraz
great
Lane.
story. I
Yeah.
love that. And you
hmm
must have been so wrapped considering that your family weren't musicians that you found this common ground with
hmm
people.
I gotta be honest, for the first 3 years, I got fired almost twice because I didn't know what it means, and I had no
Right.
previous nothing, and so I didn't know how to commit while also working, while also going to school, and then the band thing,
Yeah.
I didn't know how to deal with it, but I ended up uh, improving and ended up just finding
Yeah.
my way, and here I am, almost
And I
15,
think
yeah, 15
also
years
we could
later.
probably both relate to when, you're a young person and you're starting out so young in music, you're kind of finding your feet also as a person, and then
Hmm.
to throw the whole music industry thing as well in there into the mix. It's a big commitment, like you said.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was strange. Really, really strange. I actually at some point I had I mean I think two times during our career I've had some
Hmm.
serious issues with that because we started the band when I was 15 and
Wow.
growing up in your teenage years with your band being the most important part in combination with my family. Um I didn't have a clear image of who I am because Shiraz Lane was what I am. Still
Yeah.
is, but now I got other aspirations that I want to do. And I realized this years later that there's so much more that I can do than just being a part of a rock band. As much
Yeah.
as I love it, I there's so many things that I want to do, different projects that I want to do. I want to do my solo stuff as well. I want to keep on growing my vocal coaching. Um,
Hmm.
so many things that I want to do, but at this point, throughout our career, I've been so messed up sometimes because I didn't know who I am, where I am. Because if some negative things happened, it really hit me hard. If something happened to the band, or
Yeah.
yeah, it was tough. But what really changed the direction for me was the COVID lockdowns. Because
Right.
we during this time we've been hanging out like every single week, 3 to 5 times a week with my guys for at that point, how many years is it? Several years, 9 years in a row. So I really needed a break from those guys, and they needed a break as well. So for three
Yeah.
months, we didn't have any contact because
Hmm.
what the fuck can we do? We just finished our first headlining tour in Europe. We were
Hmm.
supposed to actually open up for Def Leppard in Mexico. It didn't happen. COVID
Wow.
happened. But I was slowly burning out. I felt the other guys were as well. So for 3 months, we didn't hear from each other. We didn't see each other. But after 3 months, we are like, what's up, boys? How's it going? And then we started working on the next album. And that was beautiful because then I realized that, okay, there's so much more to life than just the band. And the more you experience life as individuals, the better it gets when you get together with the guys. So,
Yeah.
for instance, we were just filming parts for the music video for Live a Little More
Hmm.
last week, but I hadn't seen the guys in like a month and a half because as I got hospitalized with my pneumonia, of course, I wasn't able physically to do anything and
Hmm.
just do anything regarding the band. So it was such a beautiful moment we got together because our same style of jokes started flying around straight away. We were having a
Yeah.
blast while filming it. We did it for like 2 hours, and now I know I'm gonna see Mickey the next time next month because he's gonna travel now. And I just, the magic's there in a different way. I guess because it's like a marriage. It's not even a relationship anymore.
Yeah.
The love is still there, and you know each other so well. Uh, you know all the quirks that each of one of us have, the strengths and weaknesses, but the love is still there because you
Yeah.
gotta stay committed. Of course, in a relationships there's turmoil, and I'm sure that in every single band there's turmoil behind the scenes.
For
So
sure.
we've had as well, and we'll definitely have in the future. But it's all part of it. As long as the whole band, all the guys in the band want to push forward, and do what we do, then
Then you're on a
all
good
things
wicket.
then we're in a good way. And then if some reason something ever happens, that then it happens. It's
Yeah.
life. It's part of it, and
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of anything that's to come. Because all I know is that the magic is there now. The magic will always be there. And I'm really excited to release this album, but I am equally excited to play the songs live. And
Yeah.
I'm even a bit more excited to continue songwriting with the guys, with Yanni and Mickey. Because I just
Yeah.
hanging out with those guys and just writing songs, ah, it's the best.
It is. It is. And like you were saying as well, I think comparing the band dynamic to a
Hmm.
relationship and more so like a marriage, like absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's very, very
Yeah.
true in a lot of ways. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's a great analogy as well, because that is literally what a band is like in a lot of
Hmm.
ways. And I think that's something that a lot of people, when they get into a band dynamic, they don't understand that aspect of things. You know, it's
Uh-huh.
not always going to be rainbows and sunshine all the time. You are going to not see eye to eye with certain things, and
Hmm.
that's okay. People have different artistic directions, and that's
Oh yeah.
okay. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I completely agree with that,
Mhm.
100%. Is
That's
there
what.
an
Yeah.
album? I know you've brought up a couple of different bands. You were saying Def Leppard before. Def Leppard Hysteria is the one for me, but is there an album
Yeah.
that had a massive effect on you when you were growing up or when you were getting into music that made you want to pursue music?
Um, Pursue music. Um, I'll give you
Or give me a
several
top three.
several.
That was a very
I'll give you
difficult
several answers
question.
because yeah, I'll give you several answers because there's an album by a Finnish band. The Finnish band is
Mhm.
called Dingo, and
Okay.
this you won't be able to write. It's called Kerjäläisten valtakunta, which will sound
Wow.
very weird to you. Yeah. But it was like it was this band at the I think it was 85 or something like that. They had like 2 years when they had like Beatlemania in Finland, and it was crazy cool because it was so
It's
different, so
insane.
energetic, and that album made me skip school when I was 6 years old. So I
Okay.
pretended to be sick so I could be at home for the whole day without anyone annoying me, so I could just listen to the album on and on and on and on and on.
That's great.
But later on, if you think about, pursuing a musical career, a music career, I gotta go with Skid Row because that definitely changed my life. And it was actually Anna, I think, that showed me the band. I might have heard about it like on the early versions of YouTube, something like that. But then Anna actually sent me songs on MSN Messenger, which we used to use for
Hmm.
communication. And I think, and from that, it has to be I can't choose from Skid Row or Slave to the Grind. Maybe Slave to the Grind even because that's got a rougher edge and Sebastian's vocals on that one is just incredible. Incredible.
Incredible.
So
I agree.
Slave to the Grind, that definitely was like, okay, I can do this. And well, now that I'm actually able to sing those songs and actually do that, it feels crazy, crazy, crazy to even think about how
Yeah.
proud the teenage version of me would be right now. And then
Yeah.
I got to combine Slay to the Grind with some Michael Jackson. And with Michael Jackson, I have to go with History because it's the two-part album with original songs, but also the greatest hits. And that's something that I
Hmm.
owned and listened to so much that I broke the CD. So yeah, because that's where the pop lover in me also comes in because I'm a combination of
Yeah.
different things. So though, yeah,
Yeah.
Dingo Keralaisten Vantakunta, Skid Row Slay to the Grind, and Michael Jackson History. There we
That's
go.
great. And I
Yeah.
love that there's so many different flavors in that as well. I think Slave to the Grind is a big one for me as well. And I'm
Hmm.
seeing Sebastian in November in Melbourne do the
No
Slave to the
way.
Grind album. And he's got the debut, he's doing the debut stuff and he's doing the Slave to the Grind album. And I am very excited. Obviously, it's not going to be like what it was. But I am
Oh, of course
equally
not.
as excited.
Yeah, of course not. How could it be? My personally, and I'd really like to see him. Well, I saw him live at the Monsters of Rock cruise, but it's different when he's just there to have fun and not
Yeah.
perform per se. But something strange happened to Sebastian Bach back in the day, and it must be the combination of crazy touring for 5 years whilst also during doing a whole lot of substances that broke his voice.
Yeah.
What I've read, obviously read and listened to lots of interviews because he's one of my favorite singers. But the
Yeah.
musical things that he then started doing helped him regain his voice. But obviously, it's never gonna be the same after you've completely changed the way your vocal cords work. And because I don't say destroyed because I really, really love Subhuman Race as well as an album. I
Hmm.
love it. It's completely different, of course, and his vocals are completely different, but it's still freaking awesome. And
Yeah,
so it's not going to be the same, but it's still the legend himself. And as always, he's going to give 110% of himself to the performance. And so I've seen him once live. That's 2011. He was opening
hmm,
up for Alice Cooper in Finland. And that was
cool.
actually, I think it's about 2011 or 10. Might actually, yeah,
That's
10
a
or
good
11.
bill right there. A
Yeah,
very good
it was
bill.
crazy cool. And it was actually just after he did like a celebrity weight loss TV show, something weird like that. He did something like that. So
Uh-huh.
he was jacked. So super cool as well. And his voice was equally jacked. He was crazy cool. And that was actually a ticket I remember that Anna and his dad bought me because I was in a rough place and they felt like I should come there with them. And it definitely
That's
helped
very
because years
sweet.
later I'm still grateful. But yeah,
Yeah.
have you seen him play live previously, or is this the first time?
I have never seen him play live.
Oh,
To be honest,
nice.
I have never been old enough to go to half these artists and bands
Mm-hmm.
or see half these artists and bands, so I'm just getting around to it now.
Nice.
Another band like that for me, like I grew up on Hailstorm. I love
Oh
Hailstorm,
yeah.
and I have never seen them live, so I am
Oh,
dying to go see them. But no,
they are.
my
Wow.
mum is a big Sebastian Bach fan, and she had, I'm sure, like posters of
I'm
him.
sure everyone's mom
And
that likes rock and roll
yeah.
pretty much is.
Exactly, exactly. And he obviously does the Monsters of Rock cruise quite
Hmm.
often. And she was livid when she found out that he wasn't on 2026 bill.
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
was like, no.
Hmm.
She will survive. Maybe we'll have to go the following year.
You might have to. There will be
Yeah.
some awesome bands there, Winky Face. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
because
cool.
I'm Australian and because this was awesome when you guys did it, you guys did a Savage Garden song.
Hmm.
And it's one of my favorite songs. It's To the Moon and Back. What made you choose that song? It did so well. I was looking at your Spotify earlier and
Hmm.
it's I think it's your highest streamed song.
I think if it's not the highest, it's one at least one of those.
Yeah.
We were thinking about doing a cover, and we wanted to do something the Shiraz Lane way, which means take a song, rearrange it so that it sounds like your own, and
Yeah.
so that I'm able to put my emotion into the song, we're able to put our groove into the song, and we're actually trying out different songs as a cover. Let me think. Let me try to remember. I think we thought about. Oh yeah, we thought about Uptown Funk. We actually
Oh
played around
yeah.
with. Yeah, we played around with that song. Sounded really cool, but we felt like it's nah. This is not what we want to do. We thought
Mhm.
about or was that later? Oh, doesn't matter. Either way, we tried the song. Then we thought about doing oh, refresh my memory now. What's the beautiful ballad that they have with softer? What's it
A
called?
Savage Garden ballad?
Savage
Is
Guard.
that
Yeah,
what you're
Savage Guard
referring
Bell.
to?
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Oh, I'm trying to
oh,
rack
cause
my
it's
brain now.
oh yeah, yeah. Cause we were thinking about To the Moon and Back, or then this other song. This is their like biggest or the second biggest hit. I'm blanking now.
Hmm.
I can't remember how. It's like three words, some softly. I don't know. Well, whatever. It will come
Right.
after this podcast. I will be like, oh, dang that! I
Yeah.
should have said that. Either way, we're
That's the
thinking.
song I was talking
Yeah,
about.
we're thinking about that as well. And then the record label boss at the time tried to have us play something more modern so that, you know, the music business do something that they've released,
Crossover.
yeah, 10 years ago so that the new fans, old fans will find you. Obviously, I understand the idea, but the way the Finnish music scene, well, I feel not the Finnish, but the music scene in general works, that's something that's been huge is that you take a song and then you rockify it. So you don't change the arrangement, you don't
Yeah.
do nothing, and then the radios play it. And that was super boring for me and for us to do. So that's why we chose To the Moon and Back and chose to give it
Mhm.
some more energy because we
Yeah,
wanted to have a song that we can play live where we can have a lot of fun. And we ended up really, really nailing that one. I'm happy to hear that
I
you
love
enjoy
it.
that
I
one.
love it. You
Awesome.
guys did it justice and more. It's done so well.
Thank
And my
you.
dad and I were speaking about this earlier. It just it gives the song another life, and it's an awesome cover. I
Thank you.
absolutely love it. Okay, another couple of Aussie questions because
Hmm.
I'm trying to probe you guys to come to Australia.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
if you're a Shiraz Lane fan and you're Australian, make sure you get in these boys' comments and
Hmm.
get them
Oh,
over to
yes.
Australia
Oh,
because they
yes.
want to see the kangaroos, they
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see the koalas.
Hmm.
So, obviously, those are two of our national animals in
Hmm.
Australia. Does Finland have national animals that I'm unaware of? Like, what are your national animals?
Let me think. There's several. Um,
Yeah,
but I'm thinking about is it like region wise or which way is it? Because obviously on the Finnish flag we used to have the lion, but
right.
it's not really that one for some reason, especially well for you as an Aussie, you don't ice hockey must not be that huge there, but in Finland
It's
it is.
not very big.
Yeah, I thought
You
so.
know what? I have seen a couple of ice hockey games in my time. But there are some people I do know some people that do play ice hockey, but I wouldn't say it's huge here. But to
But
be
yeah,
fair, I we don't really get a lot of cold weather.
you
We
don't.
get cooler weather in Melbourne. It's probably the coolest place in
Mm,
Tasmania in Australia, but our cold weather is like it doesn't really go below 8 degrees during the
yeah,
day.
yeah,
That's not
exactly.
that cold, is it?
That's not no. No, I can't wait for the winter to arrive. Really enjoying autumn now because now we
Hmm.
got lots of rain. I love rain. I love the thunderstorms that we're having during this time of the year. But I'm really looking
Nice.
forward to it being like I don't know why it's in degrees. Do you use Fahrenheit or Celsius? I think you use Fahrenheit there.
We use Celsius.
Celsius. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. Cool. Okay, then you understand. So, well,
So
then I
much
can.
easier.
Yes, I mean it's only logical. The Americans should learn already that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to minus 25. That's what we
Okay.
have
Yeah.
sometimes. So minus 25 below,
25.
yeah,
Oh
below
my goodness.
freezing. And then my favorite thing during winter is so we go ice swimming. So we go to the lake, we open up a part of the lake, and then we go there when it's freezing.
Oh
I
my
love it.
goodness.
It's such a rush. It's
Yeah, it would
your
be.
body goes to shock, but in a great way. And I'm really looking forward to doing that with my little brother this year. I've been
Yeah.
trying to get my big bro to do it as well, but he's too much of a so he's not gonna do it at all. But
So it's like
my
an
little
ice
bro,
bath.
oh yeah, ice
Like
bath, but it's like
recovery. So if you go to the gym and then you go into an ice bath, that's
oh
what
yeah,
this ice swim is like.
pretty much, but even colder than all the ice tubs and all these things that the people are using.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the real thing. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, you were asking about the animals, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but yes, yes.
No, that's
Oh,
okay. I'm interested in all this because we don't get this kind of weather to
oh yeah.
have. I mean, maybe near, I don't even know. I haven't really seen much snow in my life.
Hmm.
Only when I go overseas. To put it into perspective, the first time I toured the UK is the first time I saw snow. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and the amount of snow yeah, yeah, oh yeah. You should come to Finland, but come during our winter, and
Yeah. Okay.
you should definitely go up north. It's always the best up north because then you get to
Right.
see so many beautiful things, and the amount of snow is it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's cool,
Okay.
but down
I'm
here where I
excited
live, so I
now
live.
to go to Finland.
Oh yeah, definitely should. I'm sure at some point you're going to come into Europe and you might definitely you're gonna play in Sweden at least, so then it's worth coming over to experience it. And our summers are beautiful as well. We are the land of a thousand lakes, which is the way it is. We got lots of lakes here. The nature is gorgeous. Talk about nature and gorgeous nature. So our national bird is the swan.
Okay.
The I don't know if it's called the singing swan.
Fun.
Yeah, the swan.
Oh.
And but and then I think also the bear is also, and I think
Mm.
because Russia has the bear, but I think if not the bear for the whole country in Finland, I think then it's up north. The bear is very like a part of it. I gotta say, I'm
Okay.
not sure, but the swan is definitely because it's sacred. You
Swan.
can you yeah
Okay, that's
you
quite
can't haunt
cute.
it. Yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, but as they it's also you can't hunt it for any purpose, not even to because there's quite many of them, and
Yeah.
sometimes they've become they know too much of their worth here in Finland because they can go and drown your dog just like that, and there's nothing you can do because if you do anything, then it's like a 50,000 euro fine. That's
Wow, that's
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, my friend
That
just told
is
me a story like
crazy.
this, and I was like, what? Because they're beautiful, and it's
But
you.
vicious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, the swan there. Then of course, oh, now I gotta think about this. What this might be in English. So in Finnish, it's called ilves. It's like a
Right.
cat-like, a huge cat that lives actually around my cabin as well. But yeah, it's a big cat. That's the closest I can get to. I have no idea what it is in English.
Hmm. I'll have to
But
do a bit of research on
oh yeah,
Finnish
I'll,
animals.
I'll write to you Ilves, and I'll also write to you the album Dingo Kerjäläisten valtakunta
Okay,
because
done.
oh, talking
That
about
sounds like a
albums,
plan.
there was one album more.
Uh-huh.
So back in the day, there was this. Well, I guess they were metal, but they were like the Finnish Manowar called Teräsbetoni,
Ooh.
and so they played without shirts and they were singing about metal and beer and honor and all these things in 2000 and it must have been six, something like that, when I was a kid. So that, of course, and that because the singer from that band, Jarkko Ahola, he uh he did very high screams, and that was actually the first time
Right.
I've ever heard that. That was before I got into Skid Row, and that was definitely one of those albums that I was like, whoa, what is this? I want to do that one day.
Whoa. And what was the band's name again?
Teräsbetoni. I'll write it to you as well.
Well, I think I'll have to practice that one before pronouncing or having a go at pronouncing it on the podcast.
Yeah, that was fun. I actually have a great story regarding this as well because I'll leave the some of the details out just to
Hmm.
because let's just say that the singer was quite drunk. At this point, he wasn't in the band anymore because that's years later. Quite drunk,
Okay.
and then he decided to hit on my then girlfriend by taking a piss and looking at her and showing things. And so, as a gentleman, I decided that I'm going to do something, but something I've always wanted to do. So I challenged him to a scream battle. Who can go higher? And obviously,
That's the most iconic thing I've ever heard.
we both know who won. I mean, come on. And just remember this because I destroyed him. And while he was talking to Joey Lynn Turner, and he was just like, I tried to talk to Joe. Joe was there, and he was just like in front of my face all the time, like trying to block me so I can talk to him. And then I challenged him, destroyed him, and then Joey told me that he was like telling me about Glenn Hughes, like because we went really
Love Glenn
high
Hughes.
and very low, loud. So he just told me that, oh, I remember when I used to tell this to Glenn, you don't have to go so high. But then I told him that, well, if you can and you have the skills to do it, why not do it? Right? And then I walked
Yeah.
away super cocky, but I mean, legendary. And I just
Huh?
remember going back to my guys. This was actually on like an after event of when Ozzy Osbourne played in Finland for the last time. So we saw the show
Mhm.
and then all this happened. And yes, I destroyed my idol from my youth by screaming, and it was brilliant. Walked back to the
Wow.
guys, and they just heard me, like, they heard two. separate voices that were screaming. They recognized my voice, didn't recognize the other voice, and then I told them what happened, and then we had a beer, and it was us. There's the story.
I'm glad. I'm glad. And
Oh
it
yeah,
was
but without
settled
that
with a
guy, I would
beer.
not. Oh yeah, without that guy, I would not have screamed out or started anything because I just realized that why not? If he can do it, and then afterwards I started finding these other bands like, whoa, why not? Why not? And as I started singing, I tried to find a vocal coach. And all my vocal coaches told me that you can't do this because you're a man. You're supposed to sing this low parts. And then I just asked, well, what about Freddie Mercury? One of my great inspirations and our band's inspiration as well. What about Michael Jackson? What about
Hmm.
Skid Row? Why can't I do it if they do it? Yeah, but they're different. Like, no, I want to do the same. I want to be like them. So I started teaching myself, and years later, self-taught. Still looking for a vocal coach that could help me out because there's some questions obviously I don't have answers to. But I mean, awesome. I'm on the right
And now
path.
you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that's a great way to finish the podcast. I
Mhm.
love that story. That's fantastic. People are going to
Awesome.
love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hans, for being here today and talking all things Shiraz Lane, music, and in between. We are
Hmm.
signing off for the podcast tonight. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.